Rhonda Trevino. I'm the broker of Come Home Realty. And I was just getting ready to go out to a showing, and I wanted to just make a quick video and talk about the 5 things that could potentially lower your market value. If you're thinking about selling, then you need to start preparing your home to sell. It's just not slap a sign up in the front. We need you to help us out to get it ready to market. So I'm going to tell you 5 different types of homes that I've seen while in my real estate career that we run across. And these homes usually do not get what the normal market value should be for them. So the first home is what I call the forgotten in time home. And the forgotten in time home is the home where it's usually older people that live there, and I can say that because I'm a little bit older. And it's a home that looks like it's never been updated, it's never been changed for the 30 or 40 years that these people have lived in it. That the carpets, the drapes, the paint, nothing has been changed. It's you walk in there and you feel like it's a museum frozen in time. So that home, is not going to get the normal per square foot market value that the rest of the neighborhood's going to get, because whoever buys that home is going to have to make updates to that home to bring it up to the standard. The second type of home that is probably updated normally to the neighborhood standards, but what I call the hot mess home. So the hot mess home is you go in there and everything's a hot mess. It's just not clean. The countertops are cluttered. Every room you walk in is a mess. This type of home, although it's updated, maybe it has the granite countertops and the nice wood floors, but if the buyers walk in there and it's not dressed up or presentable, looking more like a model home, then their offer is going to be less. And it may just really be a matter of a good cleaning is all that this home needed, but it's going to hurt the market value of the home if, when it's shown, it's a hot mess. So, although it's hard to keep your home clean constantly while it's being shown, it is something that you need to think about. The other home that I want to talk about is called the ominous odor home. So the ominous odor home is the home that you walk in and everyone starts sniffing because you smell something. It may be pet odor, it may be some type of food odor, it may be smokers in the house. Odors are a huge deterrent. I've had buyers, we walk in a home, we don't get past the front entry because the odors of the house. They just say, forget it, and we walk out. So, and you may not be able to smell that, have your neighbors come in, have your, friends give you an honest evaluation. Say, does my house smell? Because people are sensitive to smells. And you really need to think about that, and it's a small thing that could affect your market value. Another thing we want to talk about is the DIYer disaster. The DIYer disaster is probably too much DIY has been watched in that home, and the owners just felt like that they could do all the projects themselves. There's a lot of things that people with very little skill can do on their own in a home, but there's a lot of things that some people just should not even attempt. Don't try to be a DIYer and re-roof your house. May not be worth it. Number one, falling off the house while you're doing it, then you have a big medical bill on top of your roof isn't just quite right, because roofs have to go through inspections. There's just things that DIYers shouldn't attempt. Another thing is I've been in homes that every room has a different type of flooring or a different type of tile in there. So think about that. If your home has more than 3 different types of floorings, you might want to think about redoing that before you put it on the market. Those kinds of things affect your market value. Now, the last type of home I want to talk about is the over-the-top, overdone house. And this is a house that has been upgraded to the max. So this is a home that, yes, would probably get normal market value, but is it going to get the way above market value that the sellers are going to want because of everything that they put into it? And the answer is probably no. If you over improve your house for the standards of the neighborhood, it's just not going to happen. There's a certain amount per square foot top for the neighborhood that house is going to bring. And unless you get a cash buyer that is willing to offer you that, you're probably not going to recoup that money on your house, because the bank is, even if you get a buyer to say, okay, they'll pay that much and write the contract, it's always contingent on the financing. The bank is going to send their appraiser in there, and the appraiser's only going to go so much for your improvements, and they're not going to go way over what the base market value is for that neighborhood. So keep all those things in mind when you're getting ready to get your house in order to sell. This is the holiday season right now, so maybe you're thinking of ahead coming the springtime of doing it. So just things that I wanted you to keep in mind and start preparing for getting ready to list your home. Have a great holiday season. Bye.